Hey everybody, it's your boy Ryan McKee. Before I get started, I'd like to have a moment of silence for my twin brother Brian. As you can see, he was he was here when I put this project together. You know, he helped me. I know he probably smiling proud at me right now, but man, this episode, this whole project definitely dedicated to my twin. Bear with me, bear with me. Man, okay. So you've been hearing me talk, and whew, let me get myself together. All right. All right. This is a new perspective. This channel intention is to bring awareness and enlightenment to the unseen, tackling the real issues, breaking through mental barriers to discover, unlock, and understand your true propensity to create from the inside out. I'm gonna pull it together. Y'all. It's just, you know. Today's topic is. Let me move this up a little bit. Today's topic is lessons, not losses. Lessons, not losses. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, here's the thing. If you focus on what you lost, you'll lose everything. You hear me? If you focus on what you lost, then you'll lose everything. So you have to be progressive in your thinking. You have to think towards the future. Because what's lost is already lost. You can only live in the present, and your present creates your future. You know? If you live in the past, it pretty much, we know that's depression. You live too much in the future, it's anxiety. So, kind of want to be in the moment. Kind of want to be in the middle, in the present. So, when I say lessons, not losses, is because, every L I took was a loss. I learned from it. I grew. I evolved from it. A lot of times we let our downfalls get the best of us. And that's why I said, when you own your truth, you accept yourself, you own your truth, and you go through that reflective stage, and you begin to evolve. Your past, it makes a difference because it gave you a backbone. But when I mean by that is that without your past, you would not be the person you are. No matter how it look. Without your past, you cannot be who you are. You cannot stand up here and have the strength that you had. And I understand that now. I used to, be like, man, I'm going through this and going through that. Nobody understand me. And I try to vent. People think I'm complaining. It comes with it. Because people who done already moved through it don't think too much about it. Brian was sort of like that. When I first started working out with him, I said, look, B, you didn't start off all, you know what I'm saying? You took baby steps. You know what I mean? You got to remember, you took baby steps. Like, no, I always been like this. I like, yeah, all right. I was there. But I get it. It's the optimism, and it's the forward thinking. With the losses, I mean, with the lessons not being losses, you have to see beauty in everything. There's a blessing within a lesson. So if you're going through trials and tribulations, that's just part of the game. You going to go through stuff that's going to make you upset. You're going to go through stuff that's going to make you disappointed. You're going to go through stuff that's going to challenge you. But you got to go through it. You have to go through it. Because if not, then you just be stagnant. And you'll just be a talker, how I always used to be. And not really, walking in your purpose, walking in your strength. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely want to see it from that perspective. You definitely want to think forward, move forward. Stepping stones. Anything. Okay, let me do both. Stepping stones and roadblocks. Now, stepping stones are the little small victories that you have, little small challenges that you may have, that you may think hold you back, and you may think that it won't help you get there, but they are part of the reason. And they was meant to put in your journey just to see how tall you gonna stand. As well as the roadblocks. The roadblocks are there to see, are you gonna be patient enough to figure it out? Are you gonna try to ram through the wall? Or are you gonna try to knock down the wall? You know what I'm saying? Some of it is patience. Some of it is, you gotta have a strategy. Sometimes you gotta sit still and just let it come to you. That's part of the roadblocks and the stepping stone. Without those two, you won't have the strength and the skin to make it through life. And everything would just be a complaint. But you just gotta, like, what I'm saying, like some of us are, we get into our heads, and like I am, very airy, very aloof. Sometimes I could get into my head, whereas I may overthink the challenge, and it might be something that simple, but I'm in my head. And sometimes, like I said, with the balance of what I was talking about, idealistic and realistic, you got to have a balance in order to tackle that challenge, in order to face that lesson. You know what I mean? Because you're not gonna receive it if you don't go through it. If you stop, you're going to have to repeat it. I had to do that a lot of times too. So you don't want to keep repeat, and you're in a loop. You're in a loop. It's just keep going and going and get you dizzy. Trust me, I know. So the thing is learning how you learn, if that makes sense. Because everybody don't learn the same. And everybody learn at different paces. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said you never judge a man by his race. Because you gotta, you know what I mean? If you're not in that man's shoes, you don't know his challenges, you don't know his mental state, his emotional state, his spiritual, his physical, none of that. But he has to see it in himself to do it first. In order for somebody to receive help, they have to help themselves. And I had to learn that. I kept asking for help, and I'm asking for everything outside of me, and I needed to go within first, and help myself, and then ask for that additional help on how to do such and such. So everything is a process. Everything is a process. Everybody tell you, trust the process, don't rush the process. Because as soon as you rush it, you missing them stepping stones. First of all, when you rush the process, you missing them stepping stones you need to get you to that level. So you can probably face the roadblocks. Sometimes you get the stepping stone before you get the roadblocks. And sometimes the roadblocks is a mental blockage. It might be an emotional blockage. You might not, not be able, but you may not be open to vulnerability or transparency to the point where you can receive a certain type of amount of help or guidance, advice, or perspective. Some of us, may be very closed-minded and very just, defensive towards certain situations. So that closed you off from opportunity. That closed you off from growth. That closed you off from things that that you need and you should be doing. The last thing I want to talk about with lessons, not losses, is taking risks. Everything comes with a price. But the worst price you pay is being stagnant. The worst price you pay. You would go through a lifetime of regrets, of sorrow, feeling sorry for yourself, all types of stuff. If you're stagnant, if you don't have no active forward movement, and you're not consistent, you don't have that discipline, that structure, things begin to crumble. Or you may have something, and as soon as you got it, it's like, I just had it. It's gone in the thin air. It's like it evaporated. Like you never had it. So you have to be mindful of, what is the worthy risk that you do take and what is too risky. Because, I say take risks, but it's too extremes. You can't just think that, okay, I'm gonna just take this huge risk that could be very detrimental to me, or I'm gonna just play it too safe and then I'm not gonna receive anything. So you gotta take a risk that's very practical, that's going to benefit you in your favor, and not benefit you, benefit someone else. Cause that's why we all are here. It's not really just about us, It's not. And so with taking risks, you just have to, make it practical, make it concrete, because if it's not, then it's just a risk that's going to be detrimental to you. And you don't want to play it too safe, because that's going to give you into stagnancy and procrastination. And you know what I'm saying? Before you know it, you 30, you 40, no dreams, no aspirations, dreams deferred, no financial discipline, no emotional discipline, no mental discipline, any of that. No balance. And when you don't have no balance, we all know that creates chaos. So that is my segment on lessons, not losses. I appreciate you guys during the journey. Like I said, big ups, definitely inspiration, motivation every day. Every day. Stay tuned. This concludes my season 1. I have a lot more things coming. If you guys rocking with it, you like it, like, comment, subscribe to the page, share with your friends, and you guys tell me what you think. Until then, love, peace, balance, harmony. Love y'all.